World of Warcraft is my all-time favorite game. In fact, I love that game so fucking much that I've made a YouTube channel, and here I am talking about it. Legion has now been out for more than 3 weeks, and I feel like the hype is slowly dying down. And I also feel like I have more time now to talk about the expansion in general, my thoughts, and what to expect from it in the future. I'll be trying to do as many different World of Warcraft Legion videos as I can, while also making a variety of gameplays for the future. Right now, I just want to sit down after a long break of making videos. Just want to sit down, really, just talk about something they haven't done for this expansion yet, and that I'm really thankful for that. Because Blizzard usually has this habit in the previous expansions of going back and here I'm gonna say it, fucking up old dungeons. Blizzard usually go back and they rewamp old dungeons. And already there, I think they're doing something wrong, because in my eyes, every expansion coming out, I think they should, expand on the already existing content instead of going back and change the old school content. So let's just go back when they began all this rewamp shit. In Cataclysm, not only a few dungeons, but also the whole world got a total rewamp. And that was okay, because most of the quest and the quest lines in many different zones changed forever, and also some of the dungeons had to follow up with those stories, and that was okay because they explained it throughout the zones, such as Dead Mines got an update. They did a very good job explaining the new story of Dead Mines in Westfall questline, and the same with Silverpine Forest and Shadowfang Keep with the Forsaken and the Gilneas, each conquering this castle. My very first dungeon I ever did was Dead Mines, and I remember I was playing in the middle of Wrath of Lich King, and my big brother showed me that you could go and queue up for dungeons. I actually went into Dead Mines at level 17, even though I could go in already at level 15. It was such a good time, and I will never ever get to see the old Dead Mines again and have the same feeling. And that is also something I think is really sad, that they don't add a feature where you can go back and revisit all the old instances. And also in Cataclysm, in patch 4.1, they revamped Solgarup and Solaman and made them into 5-man dungeons, and we never got to see those raids again, ever. In Mist of Pandaria, they revamped the Scarlet Crusade dungeons and merged them from 4 into 2, and the same with SCHOLOMANCE, which was this old school big dungeon with 11 bosses. They pruned that down to 5 with this very similar linear content, and I don't think the Scarlet Crusade dungeons or SCHOLOMANCE really had any related story to the Mist of Pandaria storyline. And then we have Warlords of Draenor, and we all know how that went, so we don't want to talk about it. But in Warlords of Draenor, they decided to go back and revamp, if not the most iconic vanilla dungeon there is. A dungeon that was the birthplace of a very famous internet meme called Leroy Jenkins. That's right, guys, I'm talking about the one, the only, Upper BLACKROCK SPIRE. Yeah! So Upper BLACKROCK SPIRE got a total revamp with different bosses, a different story, and again, it was related to the Iron, Horde invading Azeroth, and therefore they made this base in the Blackrock Mountain, and they wanted to, create this big Iron Star and destroy Stormwind. Sure, they could have done that, and me as a Horde player, I went in there and stopped them. I went in there and stopped them from destroying Stormwind. It's actually a bit funny when I think about it. Not only Upper BLACKROCK SPIRE, they've also gone back to some low-level dungeons. For example, Ragefire Chasm, Rasorphan Crawl, and Rasorphan Downs, and as well as Blackfathom Deeps. Those dungeons have been revamped with different bosses, and they're not even relevant to the max level content. They're just revamped low-level dungeons. Again, I don't understand. But of course, I'm not a Blizzard developer, so I don't have that perspective in mind. I just think they want to spice the game up a bit with going back to some old dungeons and revamp them, because as you all know, they're 12 years old now, those dungeons. But still, I want them to, acknowledge the past and let us go back and, play those old dungeons for good time's sake and nostalgia and all that. And I don't even want any loot from it. I just want to go back to the old Solgarup, the old Sulaman, the old Dead Mines, and just explore them for fun. That's all I want. So what do you guys think about all this? What do you guys think about all those revamped dungeons that has been done? I think over 10 vanilla dungeons has been revamped so far. Maybe actually 12, I guess. I don't really have the number. But what do you guys think? I really would like to know in the comments below. And let's just all be thankful they haven't revamped any old school dungeons for Legion, and I know Violet Hold is probably one of them, but they still have the old Violet Hold in the game, and of course Dalaran has moved with it. So Dalaran is such a nice and beautiful city, so of course Violet Hold will move with it. Hope you enjoyed the small video. I always look forward to make a new video for you guys soon, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be great. I love you all, and thank you so much for watching my video. If you like it, then you know what to do. And as always, Jacob here. I love you all. Take care, guys. Bye bye.